What are floating shares of stock? When a company first launches an initial public offering to become publicly traded on the stock market, the directors decide how many shares of stock they will offer for sale. Some shares are restricted and are not available for trading by the general public. These restricted shares are held by employees and executives of the company. The number of shares available for the public to buy can change as time goes by. The company can at any time decide to issue more shares of stock. The board of directors may also decide to buy back some of these shares. As investors buy shares of stock in a company, less shares become available for others to buy. The number of shares currently available for public trading are called floating shares. The number of floating shares does not include those restricted shares held by company insiders. The number of floating shares changes constantly, as traders buy and sell shares all day long during market trading hours. Apple, at the time of this writing, has 16 billion floating shares. The term outstanding shares is the number of all of the existing shares of a company, including shares held by financial institutions, restricted shares and those currently held by individual investors. The number of outstanding shares is part of the calculation that determines the company's market capitalization, small cap, mid cap, and so on. Microsoft, for example, has over 7 billion outstanding shares. Huge companies have hundreds of millions of shares available for trading. But when the number of floating shares is low, this can cause the price of the company's stock to rise. The lower the number of shares floating, the more volatile the stock's price movement might be. Depending on the stock, a low float might generally be considered anything under 100 million floating shares. The free stock screener at finviz.com allows you to search for companies with low floats along with market cap, the average daily trading volume, the minimum stock price, and many other criteria. Remember that a stock's volume is not a stock's floating shares. Volume is the daily number of shares bought and sold. Finviz even has a scan field for float short, which is the amount of short-selling transactions of a stock. Short float is given as a percentage. To learn more about the stock market and other important financial topics, check out some of our other videos. Also, please don't forget to like and share this video.